All right, y'all. So it's going crazy right now. Let's get into this deep dive on Punsolved Mysteries. This is my first one of the year. You know what I'm saying? I'm back, baby. I'm back. First Punsolved Mysteries of the year. I want to get into this Fox Sports whole meltdown that's going on, man. I really haven't looked at anything much more since the first day with the Joy Taylor. And it came out that she was, having sex with the guys up there and all that, allegedly. And we talked about it on Ace Boys on Monday, but I haven't looked at it and looked into it since then. So this is going to be a deep dive into that situation. Let's get more familiar with what's going on with Fox Sports and the sex scandal, alleged sexual harassment, all that stuff going on up there, man. The messiness. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into it.
So we've got a serious scandal cooking over at America's second favorite sports network. Well, second might be a stretch. They are a sports network that is aired on television, and now they're embroiled in a lawsuit that's got some of its top executives and a couple of its main on-air personalities in the crosshairs. There are claims of bullying, sexual harassment, and an alleged offer of sex from one of the most notorious hot take artists in the history of sports media.
Skip Bayless. This is going to be crazy. If this really pans out to be true, this is going to be crazy, y'all. Skip Bayless, golly.
I want to say this before we get into the video. All of these claims are alleged and currently uninvestigated, but we're going to approach all the claims with an air of reverence because they are serious, and if they are true, are certainly very damaging and indicative of a really rotten workplace and culture and hierarchy at Fox Sports. So keep that in mind, but we're gonna dive into what this suit covers in the first episode of Law & Order Sports 2025 here on That's Good Sports. Former hairstylist for Fox Sports has dropped some serious accusations in a new lawsuit claiming a high-ranking exec used his position to sexually harass women and that Skip Bayless acted inappropriately toward her, even going so far as to offer her money for sex. And according to the lawsuit, even in his alleged $1.5 million sex pitch, Skip wouldn't, and I quote, "shut the fuck up about the Cowboys."
This nigga Skip. Hey, if Skip really offered her $1.5 million, bro, that's what I want to. I don't believe that. Me personally, it's hard for me to believe that any man. I just can't see it. $1.5 million for pussy is crazy. I can't see it. Like, like if you're a king of Dubai or something, I get that. But a regular, like, I'll say he's regular, but you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't see no American. A $1.5 million is crazy for a hairdresser? I can see if it's like a super celebrity, Beyonce or somebody, like $1.5 million for a hairdresser is crazy.
Stylist Nasheen Faraji says she worked at Fox Sports for over a decade from 2012 until August of 2024. In the 42-page lawsuit obtained by Front Office Sports, she names Fox, Fox Sports, FS1, FS2, Executive VP Charlie Dixon, Bayless, and even FS1 co-host Joy Taylor as defendants. According to the lawsuit filed last Friday in LA, Faraji alleges that Dixon grabbed her butt at a party in West Hollywood. When she confided in Taylor about the incident, she says Taylor brushed her off, telling her to, quote, get over it. Faraji is seeking class action status for her case, representing herself and other employees who worked at Fox Sports in California over the past 4 years. She's asking for financial damages. The exact amount was not specified, and a jury trial. The fact that this lawsuit could add others or is currently adding others is what...
If she's requesting a jury trial, she has some evidence. She has to have some evidence. If she's requesting a jury trial, like, nigga, shit, let's take this shit to court. Nigga, I got some shit to show. That's my take on that. Like, she must... See, that's what I was saying the other day on Ace Boys on Monday. I'm like, for her to allege all of these things, I'm not going to say all of them are true, but out of all those things, it got to be like one or two things that she could prove because that's a lot of shit she's alleging. But we're going to get into all the shit she's alleging right here. Let's keep watching.
Becomes very troublesome for Fox Sports. Now that probably hinges on multiple women coming forward and saying, you know, I wouldn't have minded the advances from Skip Bayless if he would have just shut the fuck up about the Cowboys for 1 second. Honestly though, the toughest part of this for Skip Bayless, if this does indeed go to court, are all of the photos of him looking exactly like the kind of guy who would sexually harass women at work. And how does Skip Bayless respond to these accusations? Exactly the way you would imagine, by talking about Lamar Jackson and the MVP race.
No more premature individual awards for Lamar Jackson.
Completely didn't acknowledge anything was going on, and if you need a good laugh, just go to his YouTube channel and check out the comments on today's upload.
Wait, so this nigga did a video and didn't acknowledge it at all? Ah, come on, Skip. Come on, Skip. I gotta get on my chin sharp. Come on, Skip. You gotta acknowledge that, bro. Like, this is too big for you not to just overlook. Oh, and that's the thing about this era we're in with YouTube and all that shit. Like, you can't overlook it. They're gonna fucking create a wildfire in the comment sections. Like, bro, I get it if it's like for court, your legal purposes or something. Like, I don't want to talk about it, but you still gotta like kind of acknowledge that part. Like, hey, I can't talk about it for legal purpose. Like, at least let us know something. Like, it's the same shit we go through, y'all. Like, we can't just overlook shit. When y'all know something is on us and y'all come to us to watch, y'all want to hear what we gonna say about it. And we can't just do a show and we don't overlook it. You know what I'm saying? You know, but I get it. But Skip, woo, this a cold one. The $1.5 million is definitely like the shit that stands out the most out of all this. And like the saying her dad, you know, she's Muslim, your dad got 4 wives, all that type shit.
Take a disturbing turn though, according to Faraji, after she started working on the set of Undisputed, the morning show, starring of course formerly Skip Bayless. Now she claims Bayless began giving her overly long hugs, kissing her on the cheek and pressing his body against hers. Despite making it clear she wasn't interested and didn't date at work, Bayless allegedly didn't back down. At one point, Faraji says she even mentioned her struggles with ovarian cancer in hopes it would deter him, and it did not. Instead, things escalated. Faraji claims Bayless later offered her a jaw-dropping $1.5 million to sleep with him, promising he could change her life.
That is out of pocket. They're good. Do you know how thirsty, mind you, y'all, Skip Bayless is married. He had a long time. Because I know some of this shit from Monday. Like, he been with his wife for a long time. Nigga, imagine your wife, and y'all niggas is like 70, 80, whatever the fuck how old you are. I don't even know how old they is, but imagine your wife at this age hearing that your husband offered the girl at work $1.5 million for sex. $1.5 million for sex, y'all. If this is true, this is the most craziest level of tricking ever. $1.5 million for sex is crazy, bro.
He even accused her of having a thing with his former co-host Shannon Sharp. The lawsuit details an uncomfortable encounter where Bayless allegedly made another move on her. When she told him to stop and reminded him he was married, he reportedly fired back with, "Aren't you Muslim? Doesn't your dad have 3 to 4 wives?" Faraji's response, her dad had passed away, and she used that moment as an excuse to get out of there. Pretty fucked up, if I am to say so myself.
That's some dark shit. Skip, it's over for you if this shit is true. That's all I can say. It's over for you. If this shit is true, it's over for you.
If that's true, Faraji says she reported these incidents multiple times to Fox's HR and employee relations departments, but
if they can prove that, there's records of her reporting this multiple times to HR, multiple times, it's about to get ugly for Fox Sports. Damn. They probably burnt all that shit. Hey, get all that shit out the system. Delete all that shit. Delete all that shit. Delete that shit out the system. Burn all the papers. You know what I mean? Y'all remember on Wolf of Wall Street when the people was coming? Nigga, burn all that shit. Get all that shit. Shred all the papers. Nigga, what? Oh, hell no.
Nothing was done. Now, if those reports are documented and they have that evidence, Fox is in real trouble. Instead, after that, things got worse, and after her fallout with Joy Taylor, Faraji claims the FS1 host started personally and professionally attacking her, even making fun of how her Middle Eastern name was pronounced. Sports law expert Daniel Wallish spoke about the lawsuit with Front Office Sports, saying her long history at Fox and mentions of multiple witnesses suggests she might have the evidence to back her story. He also said that Faraji's decision to speak up at the time of the alleged incidents could help her credibility in front of a jury. In the lawsuit, Faraji accuses Fox of fostering a toxic environment where racism, sexism, and even ableism ran unchecked. For over a decade, I endured a workplace where executives and talent could abuse staff without facing consequences, she alleges. She also claims that when employees reported bad behavior, Fox retaliated against them while promoting those responsible. Her
Nigga, listen. If she can prove all this shit, and my take on it is she has something. If she is requesting, they said she's requesting to go to trial with a jury. She wants a jury. Nigga, I mean, listen, again, if I'm saying me personally, right, I want to go to trial, nigga, and give me a jury. That means I got something. I'm confident. I have something on you motherfuckers. I got proof. I got facts. Like, nigga, at first, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. You know, you're so used to seeing this in the media now, rappers and all these people and women alleging shit and, you know, coming out to be bullshit. But this one, I don't know. This one, I'm getting the vibe that I think this is real. Like, that's the vibe I'm getting. I'm going off the gut feeling right now. She has something there. Over 10 years, she's been working there. She has fellow employees that also complain, and she has fellow employees she talked about. She went to HR multiple times. And, you know, basically the way that Fox Sports handled it when people went, because other people went to HR, is what I'm getting from this. Other people went to HR and complained of some of the same things, and they also was basically, you know, shunned about it. And the people that they complained on were promoted. So I feel like what's going to happen here is it's going to be multiple people who come together on this shit. She's one of the ones that's getting the light right now, but I feel it's going to be more for sure. Like, y'all know how this shit go when it's sexual harassment cases and all that. Like, once one person speaks up and is bold enough to speak up, it empowers the next one. And they're like, all right, that's all I need. Somebody else is there with me. I feel secure. Me too. Me too. Me too. Then the hands start raising. Me too. It was me too. Now you had a Me Too movement. And that's how the whole Me Too movement started. It was women who were speaking up against these motherfucking perverted old motherfuckers in the workplace. And when they all got the courage to all speak up, it became a movement. And that's what happens, man. So, you know, she's going to kick it off, this Farage, or whatever her name, Farrar, whatever. She's going to kick it off, and it's going to become a movement. I think it's going to be way more people, for sure. Just listen to the fine print of what they're saying. Like, it's every time we went, they went. You know what I'm saying? They went to HR. It's like, it's going to be multiple people, for sure.
Sue calls out the company for repeatedly failing to address what she describes as a deep-rooted patriarchal culture. Fox Sports responded with a brief statement saying, "We take these allegations seriously, but have no further comment due to the ongoing legal proceedings." They were also quoted as saying, "Oh shit, oh fuck, oh shit, oh fuck, oh shit, oh fuck, oh shit, oh fuck, this is gonna fuck us all over, isn't it?"
Right.
Of course, that second statement was whispered under the network's breath. Faraji's attorney, Devin Abney, is confident about the case. "Our client is ready to be vindicated and hopes Fox will finally address the toxic work environment that has affected her and many others, Abney said. And to that, I say, this is Fox Sports. At the end of the day, it's Fox we're talking about. The entire company was built in the image of Rupert Murdoch.
He asked me what I wouldn't do for Fox.
Roger kissed me 3 times, or at least tried.
He had positioned himself with his legs open.
His lips were wet and he smelled like alcohol.
And taking out his underlings is like...
Oh, my God. Oh, no. Say it ain't so. See what I'm saying? These perverts were in office, in power. This is... Listen, and you know how this shit be. These motherfuckers be arrogant as fuck. The rich motherfuckers be arrogant as fuck because they look at you like a little nigga, right? So, like, are these women like, ain't nobody gonna listen to you. For one, you're a female. For two, I got more money than you. You know what I mean? And it's like, the days of that shit is done, man. It's like social media done changed all that. Like, a woman can speak out now and the shit goes viral. You know what I mean? Like, she can, a woman can literally come out right now and say, hey, guys, I was harassed, and make a video. Cry, and that video will spread. If it's against, like, somebody like a rapper, a big company, it's going to spread like a wildfire on social media. And then the headline's going to fly. You know what I mean? And I'm going to say, I'm sure Fox Sports and everybody that's being sued in this or whatever was informed before she went, public. I'm sure they were informed. I'm sure that her legal counsel reached out to theirs and let them know, hey, you know what I mean? You know how this shit be. Hey, we can settle this shit right now. This is what she's requesting. Or we could go to court and we go public. We could go viral. Let's do it. Fuck you. You know what I mean? And here we are. The same shit happened with Diddy, y'all. Same shit with Diddy. He told her, what'd he say, go punch sand? They said Cassie's legal counsel reached out to his, and she told him she wanted 20 million, 30 million, and he told her, go punch sand. So they went public. And look what happened. She ain't punching sand no more, my boy. She ain't punching sand no more. You pay the lady, pay the lady, pay the lady. Listen, if you know you did some fucked up shit, don't let your arrogance and cockiness get in the way. Pay that lady, man. You niggas are about to fuck up everything. If Skip Bayless really did this shit, 1.5 million, come on, bro. It's over for him as a career. His wife, she for sure not gonna stick around. And they've been together for a life. That's gotta be crushing. This has been your lifelong husband, and she probably knew he ain't shit. She probably knew he ain't shit anyway. You know what I mean?
Like playing a game of whack-a-mole.
Are you saying your mother heard on speakerphone O'Reilly pleasuring himself?
Yes, I am.
That'll give you a pretty good idea of the culture over at Fox. Now, this lawsuit comes on the heels of big changes over at FS1. Back in August, Bayless, who had been with Undisputed for 8 years, left the show. His former co-host, of course, Shannon Sharpe, had already exited in 2023 following a high-profile clash with Skip Bayless. Since then, FS1...
Which they are saying could have been over her. But I saw Skip Bayless Shannon Sharpe said his name wasn't mentioned there in no kind of way or some shit. And I don't know, it looked like he's saying like he ain't smacked. He ain't got nothing to do with it, as he should. Hey, oh no, I ain't got nothing to do with me. Don't throw me in this shit. Even if he did smack, don't throw me in this shit. I don't know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all that. This shit is too high profile. Don't put me in that. I ain't trying to get summoned to court. I ain't trying to get subpoenaed. None of that type, nothing.
One has overhauled its lineup, launching new shows like Breakfast Ball and The Facility that nobody's really watching, while keeping long-standing staples such as The Herd and Colin Cowherd, and First Things First with Nick Wright. Nick Wright, horrible takes, but by all accounts an upstanding gentleman of the highest order, so we've got to give him credit there. Cowherd also got a pass in the lawsuit, perhaps not surprising. Again, a tremendous forefather of the take, but has never been controversial away from the mic, outside of his discriminatory policy on, backwards hats.
And that make you look so good, dog. I ain't gonna lie. When they naming all these people up here at Fox Sports West and all the bad shit they have done to her and the people and the employees up there, and then your name is like, he was great. He treated everybody with respect. He was amazing. Even though that's a sick situation to be in, I know in the back of your head, like, if you're that person in a lawsuit that's named and it's highlighted, especially when they're tearing everybody down at the company, I know you happy about that. Like, yeah, cool. You know when it's some, like, people gotta have common sense, man. Like, we live in an era where you can't get away with doing shit like that, bro. You can't, like, even with Texas, like sending dick pics and doing shit like that, like, those days are done, man. Like, people are, like, women can use that against you, especially if you're sending dick pics and they don't want them. And, like, nigga, what are you doing? Like, like asking a lady, hey, kid, I could change your life, 1.5 million. Like, come on, woman, get it, like, bro, get it together.
Faraji said that throughout her time at Fox, Cowherd was always professional and respectful. However, the lawsuit does hint that more top executives, like Fox Sports COO Mark Silverman and CEO Eric Shanks, could be added as defendants depending on what comes out during the legal process. Now, this is not the first time a sports media giant has faced accusations like these. Back in 2007, a makeup artist sued ESPN, alleging harassment by on-air talent. In 2017, a former stylist at the NFL Network accused several former players of harassment, resulting in their termination. And in 2019, ESPN reached a settlement with a former personality who had accused her male colleagues of inappropriate behavior and maintaining a hostile and unsafe workplace. My hot take here is that it takes an incredibly overconfident man to sexually harass a woman while she's dabbing under his eyes with concealer and applying...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Same shit. Like, that is crazy, bro. Like, for you to even think that's... Like, you see all these men that were taken down. You see all these men that were taken down by the Me Too movement. All these people whose lives was affected, who committed suicide, who went to jail, who lost their jobs, high-paying jobs, lost, like, all over sexual harassment. And then in 2024, 23, 22, 25, you're still doing it? You're doing it after seeing what the results are from that and knowing that this woman who is telling you, allegedly, you know what I mean? No, I have a husband, or no, you have a wife, and you're still pursuing, and you think at some point she's not going to use that against you. You have to be so fucking arrogant and cocky in your own world to believe that it ain't going to happen to me. Nigga, what? You stupid mother. Skip, this better not be true, Skip.
Blush to his cheeks, not to mention the contour powder, primer, and bronzer. With Faraji's lawsuit making waves and the industry's history of similar claims, it looks like Fox Sports is in for a legal battle that could reveal a lot about its internal culture. I can't say I know anyone that chooses to watch FS1 over networks like ESPN, NFL Network, or hell, even this channel. But they've carved out a spot for themselves in sports media, and this lawsuit has the potential to really shake things up over there, which is cool, I guess, because outside of Cowherd and the show Nick Wright is on, their sports shows are fucking terrible. Of course, there's more to this that's taken hold across the internet, and it's the alleged relationship between Joy Taylor and some of her co-workers and superiors at FS1. The claims and
we gonna get into this. Joy Taylor. Joy Taylor. Aside from Skip Bayless, Joy Taylor for sure is taking the most heat. Now, I mean, it's a lot of names named in this shit, but Joy Taylor and Skip Bayless are the standouts. That's who's getting the most reaction on social media, on the blogs, on press right now. It's either the Joy Taylor side of things or the Skip Bayless side of things. You know what I mean? So let's get into it.
The lawsuit says Taylor allegedly used these relationships to climb the corporate ladder at Fox. I'm going to hold off on Joy's role in this until we see more evidence of what actually happened. I feel that way for one reason. The only sports media person's sex life I'm willing to acknowledge is Shannon Sharpe's. And that's because he accidentally Instagram lived the audio of him making sweet, sweet love, which I think makes him fair game. Now, if we learn that Joy Taylor did indeed dismiss Faraji's claims and essentially turned into an antagonist against her, well, that fucking sucks. That's the part that could put a halt to Joy's career trajectory. The other part that sucks is sports media is already a tough place for women. The last thing they need is another reason for the misogynists out there to try and discredit their work. If you don't think that's still a problem, follow some of the best in the business on Twitter and just read for yourself the bullshit they deal with every single day. Former NFL player and media personality Marcellus Wiley, who worked with Emmanuel Acho on Speak for Yourself, discussed it on his podcast, saying,
"The level of receipts of these assumptions, these allegations, is alarming. It's damning if you're one of the defendants, which is Fox, FS1, Joy Taylor, Charlie Dixon."
He heard
the level of receipts. Again, this goes back to what I was saying. For her to say, I want a jury. I knew it. I knew she got receipts like a motherfucker. I don't think she's lying, y'all. I don't think she's lying. You know what I mean? That's crazy.
Whispers about romance-driven changes at FS1. He even suggested that Taylor and Acho's rumored relationship might have played a role in them being paired up on a show, but when things went sour between them, they were split onto different shows.
Because when I was accused, I wished everyone would have read the 18-page lawsuit against me, word by word.
Damn, I didn't even know he got accused. Damn. So everybody, okay, this is also like a hot take that I saw everybody was saying. They was like, this is why you can't mix women in the locker room. Basically, why you can't put women with these sports figures and sports stars on these sports talk shows and on the field and referees. Like, you can't mix women with male sports. And it's kind of like, I get that take. I understand that take. But it's like, at the same time, come on, fellas. You shouldn't be sexually harassing the ladies. I mean, that's just common sense. So that's my take on, like, yeah, otherwise you're leading towards, oh, sexual harassment is cool. Like, nah, like, women should be able to do that shit. They should be able to do the shit, like, you know. Now, if they're out, like, falsely accusing, that's different. But for the women that are really being sexually harassed and all that shit, that's, like, they should still be able to work. It's just like any other job. They should still be able to work wherever males work. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's stupid to say they can't work there because it's all guys. Like, you niggas just shouldn't be perverts, bro. Like, grabbing buttocks, grabbing their butts and long presses and hugs and kissing them, like kissing their necks and all that. Like, nigga, that is not work behavior. And you got a wife at home. You out of pocket, dog.
Because it would have been blatantly obvious how false those claims were if you knew the beginning to the end, even an allegation, not even reality. But I know people's level of concern is not that high for me, and I also know your attention span is not that great anymore. So no one's going to do that.
The part about the executive, Dixon, allegedly being involved, Wiley had something to say about that too. He said if that's true, it explains a lot about how things operate behind the scenes at FS1 and not in a good way. In Wiley's opinion, this is just the tip of the iceberg and it's going to get worse for FS1. He hinted that while some of the stuff in the lawsuit surprised him, other parts were already known to be true. Now we should talk a little bit more.
And that's crazy because if other parts were knew to be true, that's gonna, like, basically what she's saying is confirming what she's saying. Like, this has been going on for years. I have went to HR many times. Other women have went to HR many times. And we basically was shunned. We was treated wrong for reporting these people while they were promoted. And, if he's saying it's been going on and everybody knows it, this shit is gonna hit hard. This is gonna be bigger than the OJ case, man. This shit gonna be bigger than the OJ case.
About Skip, too. Skip recently departed FS1 and is basically a sports media free agent looking for his next role in the industry. I have a feeling that this lawsuit is going to delay his job market
Skip, it
quite
ain't
a
looking
bit,
good for you, bro.
if not completely erase it altogether.
Should Tim Tebow make $27 million?
And Stephen A. Smith talked about this as well on
It ain't
his
looking good
podcast.
for you, Skip.
Now, I don't know what happened. I don't work at Fox. I haven't been there. I haven't been in that building in over 20 years. I don't know any details or anything like that. I don't know Charlie Dixon that well, even though he used to work at ESPN. I don't know Joy Taylor that well, even though she and I have interacted with one another on several occasions throughout her career, and I find her to be a consummate professional, very good at what she does. I also know that she's big on women empowerment, so it's hard to imagine her saying get over it. But again, I don't know. I don't know what happened. But just like I said, I've known Jay-Z for 20.
This is a tricky one, y'all. This is a tricky one. This is going to change the sports analyst game in a huge way. Anytime something this big, this much attention, this is for to give everybody act right. Everybody finna be on their best behavior around this motherfucker. Sheesh. And now, again, going back to what I'm saying, this is going to inspire other women. Anytime something like this goes on, this massive, other people are inspired, are empowered to come from behind the scenes and raise their hands. And you got to also watch the bitches who after a bag who going to lie and come from behind the scenes. So it's about to be more. It's definitely going to be more. And not just at Fox Sports, just in the sports world. This is going to shake up all this shit. Watch. It's going to shake up the whole game. Because you can't tell me that it's niggas that respect these sports analyst women on the football field. It's for sure some clown-ass niggas that's walking by, probably slapping her butt or, hey, baby, you just come fuck with a real nigga, woo. You know, same shit niggas do with a bitch in the club. Like, these are niggas with money. So, sometimes a lot of times when people get money, they start thinking they're untouchable. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody going, bitch, I got a bag, bitch. My lawyer, bitch. Woo. All right.
25 years, I can't imagine that. I've known Skip for just as long, I can't imagine it.
He defended Skip's character a bit and mostly leaned on the notion,
especially when they brought up the $1.5 million. The Skip Bayless I know has a hard time giving away $15.
Shannon Sharp, Hall of Fame tight end and Skip's former co-host on Undisputed, of course, weighed in during his nightcap stream with Chad Johnson.
Yeah.
The fact that we have 3 on-air sports hosts discussing this at length on their own podcast shows just how much sports media has changed in the last 3 years. Here's what Sharp said.
That ain't got nothing to do with me.
That ain't got nothing.
Real nigga shit. Real nigga shit. Leave me the fuck up out of it. Because he know his name can be associated. If he start talking about it, they gonna pull his ass right on in. Oh, you talking, nigga?
To do with me. Might be the best stance to take in all of this.
Yep, ain't got nothing to do with us.
Shannon is wisely distancing himself, and since he was not mentioned
That's a real
in a
nigga
negative light in the lawsuit, I would have to assume that he's safe, and the man they call Unc will be able to podcast in peace following the resolution of this whole ordeal. Sharp was right about one big thing too. He's not part of this lawsuit, yet his picture is in dozens and dozens of videos and articles about this mess.
In the 42 pages, it don't mention nothing about Shannon Sharp did anything. But y'all want to get clicks, so y'all mention me.
What about Jason Whitlock? Ah, yes, Jason Whitlock, the race baiter himself.
This nigga Jason Whitlock. What the fuck has he said? What has he done? I gotta see this, Jason Whitlock. Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp said they ain't got nothing to do with me. Y'all got me fucked up. Hey, shout my nigga Sizzle, man. Hold on. Shout my nigga Sizzle, man. That nigga Shannon Sharp. He sent me this right here. Hold on. Okay, I see it. Nigga said, it ain't got nothing to do with me. It ain't got nothing to do with me.
Had some things to get off his robust chest the day after the news dropped.
I know what I'm capable of.
This was so out of pocket.
And that big rack of hers that she showed off constantly, it's just, and that peanut butter skin with that big rack. Like, Jay, keep your distance.
Joy.
See, that's not the way to go about it, man. You just opened up the floodgates for a bitch to come in now and accuse you. This nigga said, I know what I'm capable of. Them big tits and nigga brown skin around me. You stupid motherfucker. You just open up the floodgates for a bitch to say, hey. A bitch with big tits and brown skin to come out now and say, hey, he did this to me. Jason Whitlock. Gotta be careful when you're on these microphones, man. Sometimes you can be a little too ahead of yourself on these microphones, man.
Taylor is now suing Jason Whitlock for sexual harassment.
Oh my God. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? That fast. Just for saying that, now sexual harassment. Hold on. Let me go back a little bit. Let me go back just a little bit.
Jay, keep your distance.
Joy Taylor is now suing Jason Whitlock the day after the news dropped.
I know what I'm capable of. And that big rack of hers that she showed off constantly.
Come on, bro.
And that peanut butter skin with that big rack. Like, Jay, keep your distance.
Joy Taylor is now suing Jason Whitlock for sexual harassment, I believe. Thank you, Jason. Very professional. That's why you are Jason Whitlock. My final legal opinion is that
that might be the dumbest shit ever, dog. This nigga, see, this goes back to what I be saying, man, with these niggas who, like, just feel like they above the law when they got a bag. Like, what would make you think you could get that off? And her not come for you? Like, come on, bro. Golly. Hey, big shout out to Underdog. If you want to make some extra cash while you watch sports and have more fun while doing it, then download Underdog today and use code ACEBOYS to win up to $1,000 bonus cash. All you have to do is pick higher or lower on your favorite player, and you can win big. Every new depositor gets a free pick, which almost guarantees the win. So use code ACEBOYS. I'll be getting picks all season long. So all you gotta do is download the app, put a couple bucks, and let's get this money. Shout out Underdog Fantasy, man. Make sure y'all go download that today. We're gonna deep dive a little bit more, because I know Joy Taylor, again, when you're in these type of situations, hold on one second, y'all. When you're in these type of situations, you gotta dig your way out. That's the era we're in, the climate we're in now. When you got an accuser, you're guilty till proven innocent. It's not innocent till proven guilty no more, because social media is going to run with the headlines. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck how real, how true. You know what I'm saying? If they see a legit motherfucker posted, they're going to follow suit. And there's going to be a wildfire, especially when it's like something this massive. And look how many people are affected by this. So let's say if it's not true. Look how many people are affected by it. Let's say if it is true. Look how many lives it will affect, how many jobs it will affect, how many people will be fired, how many people will be, nigga, blackballed, some situations blackballed from working certain jobs because they don't want that associated with their brand. They don't want somebody like that name associated with their brand. That's why I'm like, if the Skip Bayless shit is true, that's not a good look, Skip. Oh, it's going to be over. They're not going to, anywhere that have women working, they're not going to want you around. Anywhere that have women employees, they're not going to want you around. That's just how the shit go. What do we know about Joy Taylor, man? What do we know about her? What do we really know about Joy Taylor, y'all? Okay, let's look at this one, y'all. Okay. Fuck. It's some good. Damn, it's so much shit to look at. I'm like, damn, I was going to click one, and I'm like, ooh, let's go to the other one. What? All right. Let's go here. Everybody knew Joy Taylor and Manuel Ocho outed by former FS1 analyst Marcellus Wiley on Jason Whitlock. Let's go there. Let's go look at this one, y'all.
When I was at Fox Sports, everybody, I don't know if this is factual, but I know what everybody thought. Everybody, these stories that Nusheen's talking about in this lawsuit, they were widespread and prevalent in 2016.
Man. So in today's video, I want to highlight former Fox Sports analysts Marcellus Wiley and Jason Whitlock. They did have a show over there at one point in time called Speak for Yourself. I'm pretty sure some of you remember that show.
But can I ask this, though? This is my thing, though. Why is she being scrutinized just for having sex with somebody? If it's consensual, like, that's the part I don't get about this. Like, I get the whole, like, oh, she's using guys for sex and all that. That part, but people are sitting here like, oh, we knew they was fucking. Like, so what? If it's consensual and she has the right to fuck who she wants to fuck, I mean, goddamn, like, I don't know. That's why that should be tricky, like having like the work wife or the work husband, because everybody in the office started hating on you, especially if you're the girl that worked there and you came in single. Or in her instance, she came with a husband. So maybe that's it. Maybe because she had a husband at the time. Because they said in the lawsuit she had a husband at the time and the husband stayed in Florida and she was out here in LA. So maybe it's that. You know what I mean? But is this some hoe shit, though? Let me ask y'all, is this some hoe shit? Two men coming and now airing out. Everybody knew. Everybody knew they was fucking. That's some hoe shit to me.
And yeah, I want to highlight them because they got some insight at Fox Sports and they know people over there. And they pretty much both confirmed that they've been hearing some of the stuff that's been going on inside of this lawsuit and that this is really not a shocking surprise to them. So I want to highlight what Jason Whitlock and Marcellus Wiley had to say. So let's get into what Jason Whitlock and Marcellus Wiley had to say about Joy Taylor allegedly sleeping her way to the top, sleeping with Emmanuel Acho, sleeping with Charlie Dixon, the president of content over there at FS1. They also talked about Skip Bayless, allegedly trying to buy some cheeks for $1.5 million. Crazy work. So let's check out this clip, and then I'll be right back with some more commentary, man. Here's the video.
Everybody, these stories that Nusheen's talking about in this lawsuit, they were widespread and prevalent in 2016. Everybody across Fox Sports thought and gossiped about Joy Taylor and Charlie Dixon. Again, I heard the same talk as everyone else. My name was Bennett. I wasn't in it. But what's alleged in this lawsuit about Joy Taylor and her...
See, what's crazy is, all right, it's shit in the lawsuit. And to the public, we don't know if it's false or if it's true. Right? But for you to assume, okay, let me now take this moment to confirm certain things in the lawsuit, especially like with the relation. What if her stance was, you know, I wasn't fucking on nobody. But you done came out already like, hey, I can confirm. I used to work there. Everybody in the office knew that. Like, nigga, what is you doing, bro? Like, come on, that's nasty work, bro. Why are you confirming it? And then why are y'all both teaming up to confirm it? Everybody knew. Now you airing out this man. What if he has something going and he wants to say, nigga, no, I wasn't. Or, oh my God, this is crazy, bro. 2025, y'all.
Sleeping with Charlie Dixon and her telling Nusheen and others that she will control Charlie Dixon and that she will say that he harassed her if he ever gets out of line. That was a common play. That was a common tactic by women in sports media.
Okay. Awesome.
This nigga crazy. See? Jason Whitlock is just a controversial motherfucker, man. But let's see what Marcellus Wiley
also says she slept with Emmanuel Acho in hopes and efforts to get a show with him. Well, the most damning part about that is that actually happened. They got a show together. Coincidence? Or
I don't know. Let's give it off hate, Marcellus. I ain't gonna lie. That take just gave off some hate, brother. And I fuck with you, man. You from the city, man. That take right there was nasty. Was that hate right there? Oh, was that hate? Was you confirming it?
Causality. Listen to me. I never heard that Charlie Dixon and Joy Taylor were sleeping together. But upon hearing that,
here we go.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
Here we go.
It makes a lot of things make sense. It unlocks a lot for me.
Oh, come on, man.
Sleeping with Emmanuel Acho, I've heard that before, multiple times.
Oh, come on, man. Nasty work. Why is everybody taking a stand right now? Y'all fucking her case up. Y'all fucking everybody case up. This is nasty work. These niggas don't even gotta go to trial. Man, listen, you don't even gotta go to trial no more, bro. The employees gonna speak on their own podcast. The new stand is the podcast seats, man. The employees is all speaking out, and nigga, they give their statements right now. Damn.
Recent as a week or two ago. Part of the reason it was suggested that they do a show together was because of these allegations in the lawsuit that they were sleeping together, conspiring to get that to go. Conspiring with Charlie, conspiring with Emmanuel Acho. Let's make this work. What is crazier is how they split apart, do it different shows. You can say, well, Skip is fired, which is a part of this lawsuit as well. I mean, this is crazy. That's why I say I'm going to systematically break this thing down. They split apart different shows. Why did they go on different shows, they say? Relationship went sour.
And Skip Bayless is in hot water when it comes to this lawsuit. Shannon Sharpe is okay, but his name was mentioned because Skip Bayless was trying to pursue one of their co-workers, the hairstylist over there that was doing Skip Bayless's hair once a week or something like that, that they said in the lawsuit. He started working with them, and then that's when Skip started trying to pursue her, and Skip Bayless offered her $1.5 million to sleep with her, and she kept denying it. Skip Bayless kept constantly pursuing her, as you guys can see in the lawsuit. She kept trying to find ways to get away from him. She would say hey, Skip, there's cameras everywhere. She also said Skip would try to touch her hands and just touch her in ways that she didn't like. And she revealed that she had cancer to Skip Bayless, thinking that, Skip would kind of just stop trying to pursue her. But as you guys can see in the article right here that I'm highlighting, it said that Skip continued to pursue her, and then Skip mentioned Shannon Sharpe well, hey, you had relations with my guy, Shannon Sharpe. How come you can't have relations with me? I'll offer you $1.5 million just to sleep with you.
Yeah, that's some hoe ass shit. We saw this much. We know this information. That's some hoe ass shit right there, man. That nigga Skip Bayless is dirty macking at his finest, man. 1.5 million. All right, let's see. I want to see Joy Taylor. What do we really know on Joy besides, as far as this case was? I did see a clip where they obviously, I do feel when people take you to court, clearly they got to go dig up shit and find shit on you, right? So there is a clip surfacing with Joy Taylor talking on a podcast or whatever. I don't know if it's her own or she was on somebody's podcast, but she was basically damn near confirming the techniques of what they are saying she is accused of. Every woman. But see, also what we learned from clipping is you don't get the full context. You don't get the full context. So it's the clip that's going around is basically her saying every woman supposed to, fuck a guy with more money, even if he ugly, even if he this, he that. Who wouldn't? Every woman is lying if they say they wouldn't, and woo woo woo. And they're seeding that shit everywhere. And that clip been going viral, and I'm they're trying to make it look, they're trying to help paint the picture that she's a homewrecker, a whore. I don't know if she is, I don't know if she isn't. I'm just speaking from the outside looking in. So, we're deep diving right now, we're finding more. Let's keep it going. Law and crime. Let's go to law and crime. Law and crime be having some shit. Let's see what they're talking about.
Retaliation from the company for speaking out. So
Law and crime be having some shit. Let's go.
More sexual misconduct allegations against high-profile celebrities. This time, Fox Sports and two of its biggest stars are in the hot seat. A former hairstylist has filed a lawsuit accusing Skip Bayless, Joy Taylor, and others of sexual battery and harassment, even going so far as to say Bayless offered her more than $1 million for sex.
You know what I know? You want to know what I got a question of? I have one question mark in my head that just popped up. There was people saying that she had a wiretap or she recorded something. I don't know what she recorded. I would love to find that. Let's hopefully somebody talks about that. What did she record? What was the recording of? Do we know? Or do we just know she recorded something? Do we know what she recorded? Because that's the one thing I have yet to see on like social media or anybody posting like audio of what she recorded. And I think that's going to be very important. If she does have audio, obviously if she's recording it, it's a situation. And if she hasn't and kept it and she's saying I have it, it's something on that audio that's going to be damaging. So to who? To Joy, to Skip, to like who is it going to be damaging for? That's what I would like to know.
We've got our hands on this lawsuit, and we are bringing you the most shocking claims. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. Now, as soon as this hit the headlines, we knew we had to cover it, right? The sexual misconduct allegations that have rocked the sports world.
Right.
Los Angeles hairstylist Nushin Faraji says that she worked with Fox Sports from 2012 to August of last year, and during that time, she claims she was not only subjected to a hostile work environment that included inappropriate comments and touching, but she says she also dealt with retaliation from the company for speaking out. So she has filed both a class action complaint, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit more later, and an individual complaint on multiple grounds, including things like failure to pay minimum wages, unfair, unlawful, or fraudulent business practices, hostile work environment, and sexual battery. Now, in the opening paragraph of her complaint in this lawsuit, it reads, Ms. Faraji brings forth this action because for over a decade at Fox, she was forced to endure a misogynistic, racist, and ableist workplace where executives...
For over a decade. So, shit, she's saying this shit been going on that long. For over 10 years, it's been going on. Ooh, imagine if this is really going on, right? I don't know if it is, but if it is, and she got shit built up from 10 years ago, like 10 years of shit built up. Ooh, that's for to tear their ass down over there.
And talent were allowed to physically and verbally abuse workers with impunity. When Ms. Faraji and others came forward to report the wrongdoing, instead of addressing their concerns, Fox retaliated against them while the perpetrators and those who protected them were inexplicably promoted. This case thus represents yet another in a long line of cases chronicling the toxic culture at Fox, marked by bad faith promises and repeated failures to address a poisonous and entrenched patriarchy. Now, you might be saying this and saying, I'm not a sports fan. I have no idea who we're talking about. That's okay. We're going to give you a rundown about who the defendants are in this case and other major players as well. So we want to give you a quick rundown of this. We're going to first dive into what Faraji accuses them of. So Faraji is suing Fox Corporation, Fox Sports, Fox Sports 1 and 2, often known as FS1 and FS2, and Fox Sports Production. And as well, she is also suing Charlie Dixon, Skip Bayless, and Joy Taylor. First, we'll start with Charlie Dixon. Charlie Dixon is the executive.
See, this is the nigga who isn't really getting a lot of push as much as Skip Bayless and Joy Taylor is, as far as what he's done. And I think he did some wild shit, but he's the one that's not really getting as much light. This is crazy. Let's see.
Executive Vice President of Content for Fox Sports 1. And by the way, that's apparently Fox's flagship multi-sport national network. And he is responsible for overseeing the content and production for the network and has the authority to make decisions about employees. Skip Bayless is a renowned, albeit controversial, sports commentator who's worked in print, radio, television for decades. He's worked as a commentator with Stephen A. Smith on ESPN2's show First Take. This is before he debuted his own show with Shannon Sharpe called Skip and Shannon, Undisputed. This was on Fox Sports 1 in 2016. And that, by the way, is where he worked with Nushin Faraji, who was part of the styling team for the network. And by the way, in 2021, the New York Post reported that Bayless...
This nigga look like a creep. This nigga look like a creep, bruh. Come on, bro. Skip, you going down, Skip. I hate to say it, man. I don't know why it's believable with you, bro. You give off creep vibes, dog.
Had signed a $32 million contract with Fox. It's important when we talk about his wealth a little bit later. Now, Joy Taylor is also a host. She's a host for FS1, and she was the moderator for Undisputed for a few years, working closely with Bayless and Shannon. Now, she moved to another show called The Herd with Colin Cowherd on FS1 in 2018, and she's had many other hosting gigs since. Her Instagram is filled with not only reactions to some of the biggest sports news, but also glamour shots, videos where she gives advice about relationships or comments on current events. Now, Faraji says as Taylor continued to move from show to show, she had requested Faraji to continue to be her stylist. Now, the lawsuit notes that there are two other people here.
Okay, so there's a connection. As she was moving show to show, she was requesting for her to be her stylist, like her hairstylist. So that's an important connection to take note, because let's remember that this shit is going over 10 years. She's saying she got over a decade of evidence. This has been happening over a decade. Sorry. This has been happening over a decade. So this is her origin story with, every show she goes, she's requesting her. So that's how she's following Joy. And that lets you know the type of relationship they had. If she's like, hey, no matter what show I go to, I'm requesting you. And, you know, it's just like a barber. It's like you and your barber, y'all got a connection. When your barber I don't know. I don't give a fuck. I can use anybody to cut my hair. I don't got no hair. But you know, when you have hair and the barber gets your hairline icy and he always makes sure your shit icy, that's the barber you always want. Like, nigga, I'm going to him every time. That's the barber I'm going to. And then when you get in that chair, how you been, man? What's been going on? Boo, boo. Now y'all talking. Then y'all build a rapport over the years. Now the conversation is, nigga, probably the conversation where this now makes sense. If this has been the fucking hairstylist you've been with years after years and show after show, you know how that shit go in that chair? You get to talking. Girl, that nigga woo-de-woo over here, he tried to take me out to dinner last night. Or I went out to dinner with him like, well, for real, girl, what y'all do? Oh, he went to woo-de-woo. Because you know over here, you got to do it like woo. So I can see now, it's starting to make a little more sense that there is the connection there where she trusted her and she requested her to be her stylist for every time she moved on.
Mark Silverman, president and COO of Fox Sports, and Eric Shanks, CEO and executive producer of Fox Sports, they could become named as defendants. They're not currently named, but they could be named as defendants as the case progresses and there's discovery in this lawsuit. Because the complaint reads, on information and belief, Mr. Silverman and Mr. Shanks approved, were made privy to, or should have been privy to, all significant employment decisions and personnel-related investigations related to misconduct and or harassment by Fox Sports executives and talent. Further, on information and belief, Mr. Silverman and Mr. Shanks, along with Fox legal team, worked hard to protect perpetrators by forcing individuals who were witnesses to or targets of misconduct and or harassment to sign non-disclosure agreements upon separation from employment. So, on January 3rd, Faraji filed this complaint, laying out what she says had happened to her during her time at Fox Sports. And according to Faraji, she had worked part-time for Fox starting in 2012 and then went full-time in 2016. During that time, she says she befriended Joy Taylor, and this was after Taylor had moved from Miami to Los Angeles for the chance to host on Fox Sports. According to Faraji, Taylor didn't have a regular position at the time, but was available to fill in when needed. Now, this is where it gets interesting, because Faraji claims that when she would go out to meet Taylor for dinner or drinks, Charlie...
So they had a rapport where they were going out outside of the workplace for dinner and drinks. Let's take note of that.
Dixon, again, the vice president for content, was always around. And Faraji says that she didn't even know he was an executive with the company until later when she mentioned to Taylor that she'd seen that guy who always buys us drinks in the elevator. And that is when she said that Taylor shushed her, explained what Dixon's position was in the company. And Faraji believed, based on her interactions with these two people, that they were sleeping together. And when she warned Taylor that that might not be a great idea, that a relationship like that could be dangerous, Taylor allegedly told her not to worry about it. And by the way, apparently both Dixon and Taylor were married at the time.
Oh. So it was with Dixon. See, all this time I've been thinking that situation where she saw her at the bar with the guy was with the black dude. So it was with Dixon. It was with the white nigga over the content. Oh. Okay.
So according to the complaint, in approximately July of 2016, word spread amongst Fox employees about a new show that was going to be a big deal as it would star Mr. Bayless and Shannon Sharpe. It was known that Fox was looking for a woman with significant TV experience to also star. Therefore, it came as a surprise when Fox announced that Miss Taylor, who is a bartender and radio host in Miami with very little TV experience, would be the moderator of the new show, a sports debate program, Skip and Shannon Undisputed.
Oh. Now we getting somewhere. Now we getting somewhere. So she was fucking with Dixon. Dixon is over the shows. He decides what shows, who's on there, boop, boop. He's over the content. They're wondering, like, how the fuck is this girl who's a bartender and don't really got TV experience going to be on a show this massive? Shannon Sharpe and Skip Bayless? Who the fuck is she? Where did she come from? And she's going to be the moderator on the show? Ah, see. Now it's coming together. Now it's coming together. Now it's picking up, y'all. Here we go. It's picking up now.
So Faraji claims that Bayless didn't want Taylor to host the show. In fact, in the lawsuit, she claims that at a dinner between Taylor and Bayless, Taylor shows up, she's dressed, and starts acting very provocatively, potentially in a way to change his opinion about her being on the show. But eventually, Bayless agreed to approve her on the show as a favor to Dixon. Okay, when the show...
Now, this is a detailed description of what's going on. This is a detailed description. Thank you. Oh, so see, now this shit, it don't sound like this woman is lying because it makes sense so far. See, I told you I got a gut feeling she ain't lying. I'm getting a gut feeling because she's too confident, man. That's all I'm getting is confidence in their approach. It's too confident. It's too confident.
The show premiered in 2016. Taylor, according to Ms. Faraji, had requested that Faraji be her hairstylist, and eventually Bayless had asked her to do his hair as well. Not long after, in January of 2017, Faraji claims that she had attended a birthday party for Taylor. When she goes to this birthday party, she says that Dixon was there, and he was drinking quite heavily. The complaint reads, as Ms. Faraji was standing near the bar facing the crowd, Mr. Dixon approached her. He asked the bartender for a drink and then placed his arm on Ms. Faraji's lower back. He asked how she was doing, if she was having fun, and if she wanted a tequila shot. Ms. Faraji felt very uncomfortable by his unsolicited touching and responded, no thank you. Mr. Dixon then moved his hand lower and started rubbing her body and grabbing her buttocks. Ms. Faraji was mortified, but quickly thought to fake an incoming call to escape from the situation.
Them goddamn company parties, man. That's where the sexual harassment be happening, at them company parties. We out the office. You the woman I've been looking at for the past 2 years, and you over in this department, and we getting drunk. It's Christmas. We feeling good. We just got our bonuses. Yeah, baby, you want a drink? I'll buy you something, too. Woo, woo. Oh, my God. Same story we done heard about for years in these fucking big corporate workplaces, man. Jesus, man. How do y'all fall for this shit? How do y'all y'all see what the fuck happened with Me Too movement, and you still doing it. Crazy.
The complaint goes on to say Ms. Faraji did not know who to turn to, but as she knew Ms. Taylor was sleeping with Mr. Dixon, she turned to her. Surprisingly, Ms. Taylor responded to get over it and explained that she herself only had her job because of Mr. Dixon and that Ms. Faraji only had her job because Ms. Taylor requested her. She warned.
Wow. Wow. Oh, so basically she's saying Joy Taylor like, hey, bitch, get over it. Because if you try to go tell on him, it's going to fuck up my shit. And the only reason you're here with getting this check is because of me. So if I lose the job, you lose the job. We both fucked. And he's the one who's in charge of the content. He's the one who's in charge of me being here, in charge of us being here. So therefore, I need you to shut the fuck up so that I can keep my job. Basically is what she's saying.
Warned that Mr. Dixon could take both away. The complaint goes on. Ms. Faraji was terrified and then turned to her co-worker, Anonymous, to discuss the situation. Anonymous responded that Mr. Dixon was disgusting, that the entire situation was sick, that it wasn't shocking given Fox's culture, and that Ms. Faraji should remain quiet if she wanted to keep her job. As a single mother who needed the job to support her son, Ms. Faraji had no choice but to remain silent. So by
now we're getting somewhere. See, this is why you have to get all the information. Because just off of what these headlines and clips and all this shit, it could sway your decision or sway what you thought or think, you know what I mean, instantly. You could just go off a headline and be like, oh, that bitch lying. Oh, she's just a hairdresser. Without knowing the full context of her and Joy Taylor's relationship. You know what I mean? How close they are. Why are they even, what is their relation? See, it's making sense, y'all. This shit don't sound like, do y'all feel like this sound like a lie to y'all? It feels real. Like she's not saying nothing that's above and beyond. She's really just saying like real situations that are believable. Like, hey, she told me this, like I'll lose my job if I say anything. I came to her, you know what I mean? This is who I do her hair. Shit, I don't know who else to turn to. I only got this job because of her. And I don't know who to go to. So I'm going to her. Like all this it feels believable. I ain't gonna lie. It feels believable. I don't fucking know.
By the way, that is one of the reasons why you might be saying, well, if all this happened, why didn't she file a lawsuit sooner? And we'll get into more of the allegations. But this is a reason. She needed the job. That's something that I will think will come up in a potential lawsuit, a potential trial, if she's being grilled under cross-examination. Okay, moving forward. Later on in the complaint, Faraji claims that Taylor continued to use her sexuality to advance at the Fox company. And she did that by allegedly sleeping with Emmanuel Acho, a former football player turned commentator. So the lawsuit reads, quote, in approximately February 2020, Miss Taylor asked Miss Faraji to meet her for lunch in Beverly Hills. When Miss Faraji arrived, she found Miss Taylor with a man, Emmanuel Acho. Miss Faraji didn't know Mr. Acho, but could tell that the two were romantically involved. A few months after meeting Mr. Acho at the lunch, Miss Faraji noticed him in the hallway while at work. Miss Faraji later asked Miss Taylor if...
So this is the same situation again. The first time it was Dixon. She went to go meet up with her. This is our hairdresser. She went to go meet up with her for dinner and drinks. She get there, and Dixon is there buying drinks and buying them drinks. Old white man. She don't know who he is at the time. But now she got this job. You know, she got this new show, and she's coming to do hair for her homegirl who got the new show. When she gets in the elevator, the guy who was buying drinks, Mr. Dixon, gets in the elevator with her. So she tells her homegirl, hey, the guy who was buying his drinks is here. Oh, yeah, he works here. Fast forward, same situation again. She meets Ocho. She don't know who he is. She meet her girl for dinner and drinks. Lunch and whatever. She comes to work on the new show. It's the new show. Remember, she wants her to be her hairstylist at every show she goes to. This is her hairdresser, so they have a relationship. They have a Obviously, I want you to be my hairdresser, bitch. So I mean, you know, women, they like to get their hair done every other week, every week. So if this is her go-to hairdresser, she's seeing her a lot. You know what I'm saying? She's seeing her a lot, and that builds a rapport. That builds a relationship for sure. That builds trust because y'all in that chair telling each other all kind of shit. And she's doing your hair, and she's telling you all kind of shit too. So y'all both got shit on each other. I mean, if there is something, if it becomes a tit for tat thing. But yeah, man, this is crazy. So now she sees Ocho, and now she goes to the office and she sees him after just seeing him at drinks and didn't know who he was. Okay.
Mr. Ocho also worked at Fox. Ms. Taylor confirmed and explained that she wanted Mr. Ocho to eventually recommend her on the show Speak for Yourself. Ms. Faraji became alarmed and warned Ms. Taylor that she should probably not sleep with Mr. Dixon and Mr. Ocho at the same time, as Mr. Dixon is a very powerful man that may become very angry. Ms. Taylor told her not to worry about it. She explained that she was also now powerful, and once Mr. Dixon was no longer useful to her, she would follow through on her plan to tell the company that he forced himself on her. She would not allow herself to be forced out by Mr. Dixon like other women talent. Wow. Okay, now back to Faraji's claims of sexual battery. So Faraji says in addition to doing hair for the talent, she was also required to give haircuts to Bayless once a week. And she says that's when he's...
Oh, okay, so there we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, so once a week. She was seeing him once a week. Once a week, she was seeing him. So that's how often. We don't know so far how much more time they were seeing each other, but we know once a week. We know once a week.
Started finding excuses to touch her, including giving her these lingering hugs and kisses on her cheek, where he would also press against her breasts. In approximately summer of 2017, while Miss Faraji was giving Mr. Bayless a haircut, he told her that she was voluptuous. As English is her second language and she was not familiar with the word, Miss Faraji asked what that meant. Mr. Bayless seemed amused and told her to, quote, figure it out. Ms. Faraji later asked a coworker what the word meant and was mortified. Mr. Bayless then started being more aggressive and direct in his advances. Ms. Faraji continuously declined, stating that she did not date at work as she is a single mom and needed her job.
Girl, you look voluptuous. Voluptuous. This nigga's a real pervert. Okay, so voluptuous. So he starts making advances while she's getting haircuts. You know what I mean? He starts throwing his little advances, and then they say he crank it up. He starts to crank it up week after week. He starts to crank it up. And she's letting him know, I got a husband, you got a wife. Basically, shit like that. I don't date people at work. This nigga, okay. This is crazy.
And Faraji also made further stunning allegations against Bayless, including that he offered her money for sex. You remember when I talked about his wealth? Well, the complaint reads, quote, in July of 2021, Ms. Faraji developed issues with her left ovary and was advised it could be cancer. With a fourth biopsy scheduled, she explained her situation to Mr. Bayless, hoping that he would take pity on her and cease his advances. Instead, Mr. Bayless told her that he wanted to be with her. Ms. Faraji panicked and began rambling that there were cameras everywhere, that she has a child, that she does not want him. Mr. Bayless then grabbed her hands, began kissing them, and offered her $1.5 million to have sex. Ms. Faraji made an excuse to leave.
Dog. He was that aggressive? Nah, Skip. Come on. Now, I didn't know you was this aggressive, where she told you no, and then you grabbed her and then start kissing her hand, and then you offered for the money. That is super pervert levels, bro. I thought it was just like, he threw it out there. I'll pay you okay. But no, you actually did all that in one take. You grabbed her hands, began kissing them, offered her 1.5 million. Nah, Skip. I hope this part ain't true. Nah, Skip.
The complaint goes on. Approximately 1 week later, Mr. Bayless made another advance at Ms. Faraji. Ms. Faraji responded, Skip, stop, you have a wife. Mr. Bayless responded, aren't you Muslim? Doesn't your dad have 3 to 4 wives? Ms. Faraji responded that her father was dead, and when Mr. Bayless looked taken aback, she made an excuse to leave.
Yeah. 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 All right. This is going to be important because if there's other people that can confirm, this is Skip Bayless get down. This is how he talks. This is, yeah, that sounds like something Skip would say. This is, because it's given like, hold on, there's like a connection in all this shit. You voluptuous, figure it out. Don't your dad got 4 wives? Aren't you Muslim? Like, he got like that little arrogant, like, like that mentality. You know what I'm saying? He got that. I don't know. I'm not putting no guilty jacket on nobody. I'm not here to do all that. I'm just here to learn the information for when we discuss it. That's all I'm here for. But there is a pattern I'm seeing though that she's saying against Skip.
Now, at one point during her tenure at Fox Sports, Bayless reportedly started to think that Faraji was in a sexual relationship with his co-host Shannon Sharpe. This is a big point in the complaint. And he allegedly confronted Faraji about it. And Faraji denied having any sort of relationship with Shannon Sharpe, saying that she was just nice to all the talent, then he was just misunderstanding the situation. And Faraji says that she even used a recording device to capture one of the conversations with Skip Bayless.
There we go. There we go. There we go. That's what I was asking for. What is on the recording that they said she has? And that is going to be powerful. She's saying, look, he got mad at me over Shannon Sharpe. He got mad at me over Shannon Sharpe. He was mad. He was furious. He was accusing me. I'm telling him, hey, I'm just nice with everybody. I'm nice with everybody. Why are you tripping? It got to the point where I got to bring something to record you. Again, this shit, I'm not here to judge nothing. I'm just learning information, y'all. But does it sound believable to me? Yeah, it's kind of crazy right now, Pops. It's kind of crazy. So that's what she has on the audio. Skip Bayless being aggressive with her over Shannon Sharpe. That's what's on the audio, y'all. And that is going to be a death blow. If it has him talking and it sounds anything like all the other things he's been saying to her allegedly in this lawsuit, that's going to be a death blow because it's going to make all the other shit believable. It's going to bring truth to the light of all the other shit. If you're a juror, you're going to be like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah. If he could say this, whatever he got on tape, if he's saying something crazy, reckless, and depending on how long she recorded him, if it's 30 minutes of dialogue and he's going crazy for 30 minutes, oh, yeah, it's over with. It's over. Why they just didn't pay this woman?
Quote, Mr. Bayless then arrived in the makeup room for Miss Faraji to cut his hair in accordance with his regular schedule. Mr. Bayless knew that the makeup room was always recorded and clearly states, this room is bugged. During their conversation, Mr. Bayless stated that he would hate for her to lose her job, but she can't be doing a big thing with my arch rival. She responded by reiterating that being polite to Mr. Sharpe is part of her job. Mr. Bayless responded, BS, 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 I'm calling BS on you. Mr. Bayless then warned her that he doesn't want her to lose her job over this. Ms. Faraji responded that she wasn't going to lose her job because she's a great hairdresser. Mr. Bayless responded, I have love for you and I have for 6 years and you hurt me and you are ruining this. Ms. Faraji again responded that she must be polite to all talent. Mr. Bayless then implied that if he stopped requesting her, it would affect her job.
Whoa. I have love for you, and I have for 6 years, and you hurt me, and you are ruining me. What? He threatened the job. Oh, just off that alone. If she got that on audio, and knowing that Bayless and Dixon is boys, because they remember they said Bayless didn't even want her on, want Taylor, which means she wouldn't have been there. Because if Taylor wasn't there, she wouldn't have been there. But that's a connection. she was there doing Taylor hair, and then from there, Bayless hired her to do haircuts once a week. Is this what she has on tape? Do she have him saying this on tape? Woo! It's over for you, Skip. No.
Later on, the complaint reads, on December 21st, 2023, Mr. Bayless told Ms. Faraji that he still loved her and confided that Mr. Dixon was the one who had told him that Ms. Faraji was sleeping with Mr. Sharp. Mr. Bayless then again tried to have sex.
You know what's crazy to me about all this? This is what's crazy to me about all this. And I mean, I've never been in a situation where I've been sexually harassed or something like that, you know what I mean? Although I'm a handsome guy. But I haven't been in that situation. But what's crazy to me is, and I'm not saying crazy in a bad way, but I'm saying is that this is what gives me a little bit of truth, because she's keeping track of all the dates. And it's not like it's dates that's like all within 1 month span. It's like she's keeping track of all the dates over the years from 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 22, 23. Remember, she said this has been going on for 10 years, different shit at the workplace. So she has receipts. She has hella receipts. She has the dates, y'all. She has all the dates to confirm these things. And that probably means she probably has text messages. She probably has voice notes. She probably has, I mean, you know, you don't know what she got. But the way that she can confirm these dates is crazy. So that means she was like keeping track of all this shit. Like she had a diary or something. Like she was keeping a note of all these dates. Like, yeah, on December 4th, 2017, this is when I was with Woot the Woo. And like, how do you fucking know that? Right now, I don't keep track of none of these fucking dates to know what shit happened. Like, she was keeping track of this shit. That's crazy.
With Ms. Faraji. Ms. Faraji's diary entry for that day states, I said, Skip, I'm only interested in working with you and having friendship relationship with you and nothing else. He said, you have no idea you were losing everything. I don't know what he means by that, and I hope he doesn't take me off the show. It makes me sick to my stomach, and it's really hard for me to work like this. I hope God help me.
Nah, dawg, this ain't cool. Nah. So now he's throwing Dixon under the bus. The niggas who's over content, who's over hiring and making these shows. And Dixon is the one saying, he said, Dixon told me you sleeping with Shannon Sharp. Mind you, Dixon is the one who was over the show of Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless. And then she's saying he's mad. I've been 6 years. I loved you. I confided in you. And she like, huh, nigga? Hold on, nigga. I'm just your barber. 6 years I've been woo woo. So he has like an infatuation with her, and she on some like, nigga, no, nigga, like chill. He has an infatuation. So now, okay, the nigga who creates the shows, which again I told y'all they're connected. That's how Joy Taylor by fucking Nick Dixon. It's all connecting right now. And she's saying, hey, Dixon came to her like, hey, baby girl sleeping with Shannon Sharp. What you want to do? Let's get this nigga about the paint. hey, baby girl, so you sleeping with Shannon Sharp? That's what you doing? Oh, okay, for sure. Well, yeah. Good luck. Good luck with that. I'm not sleeping with him. What are you talking about? No. Good luck with that. You can't. Oh. Damn. This is crazy. Listen, y'all. She got receipts, man. If this is true, she got receipts. She got hella receipts. This is wild. She's putting it together. Like, you can really just sit here and put all this shit together. Like, what the fuck? She cold. She cold for keeping track of all this shit.
Because Fox is supporting people like Charlie and Skip. Now, a little side note here. If there is a recording, that is very important evidence for Faraji, on top of what she seems to suggest are text messages between her and Bayless. For example, in the complaint, it reads, on April 14th, 2022, Mr. Bayless...
another important piece of information, y'all. She has text messages. Oh, it's a paper trail. It's a paper trail. Oh, Skip. Skip, you're done. I'm all the way in. I'm all the way in. He's done. He's done. I'm all the way in now, y'all. He's done. I didn't know it was, oh, Skip, you are fucking, oh, no. There's a paper trail. You sending her text messages. Oh, she got you on a voice recording. She recorded you going off on her about being with Shannon Sharpe, allegedly, because your boy Dixon told her. So now, if he's in that message that she recorded and she has you saying Dixon told her, or, hey, Dixon wouldn't lie to me. Dixon told me that you was fucking Shannon. Oh, that just proved all this shit. That just proved Dixon and his part. That Dixon was in on this shit and Dixon hated, and oh my God, this is bad. This is worse than we think, y'all. This is terrible. This is breaking news. Oh my God. This is destruction. This is destruction.
Bayless texted Miss Faraji, if you're distracted tomorrow, I'll wait till Monday, but I can't keep doing this. Miss Faraji told him that she was very confused. Mr. Bayless responded, trust me, I'm far more confused. And Miss Faraji then explained over text that she is not sleeping with Mr. Sharpe. Mr. Bayless did not respond.
Oh my God. Not only does she have him tripping on audio, she has him tripping about the Shannon Sharpe shit on text. Damn. That's why she's saying now. Now we understand, y'all. That's why she's saying, hey, I want a court case with a motherfucking jury. I'm confident. They said she is requesting in her lawsuit, I want a court case with a jury. I want that. Like, I got shit to show y'all. And if she got 10 years of shit, and she got text messages, she got voice messages, pictures, nigga, whatever. Oh my God. Nigga, why the fuck didn't y'all just pay her? Skip, why you just didn't pay her? This is gonna end bad for you, bro. And the 1.5 million offer is so unbelievable. If she can prove that you said that, oh my God, that's gonna be a million times. Just alone, her having audio of you arguing about Shannon Sharpe, her fucking with Shannon Sharpe, and you being mad about it, and you're not even her nigga, you're not her boyfriend. This is your workplace, bro. That alone is damaging. That alone is damaging.
Now, there could be a way for Skip Bayless to explain that, right? He could say perhaps this was about her work performance, that this is something along the lines of if she's sleeping with Shannon Sharpe, then this is going to be problematic for her. It's going to be problematic for the show. There might be a way for him to argue against that, right? Perhaps this was something else. And I should also say that a lot of these alleged conversations, these interactions that center around sex between Faraji and Bayless, they seem to be in person. So this is a he said, she said situation. But if you have text messages, if you have a recording, that changes the game. Now, going back to Shannon Sharpe for a minute, he gave a brief response to the allegations Sunday night on his YouTube show called Nightcap, basically saying this has nothing to do with him.
I don't know why everybody if you notice,
Sharpe,
everybody
like, leave me the fuck out of it.
They got me. In the 42 pages, it don't mention nothing about Shannon Sharpe did anything. But y'all want to get clicks, so y'all mention me.
And to be clear, Faraji doesn't accuse Shannon Sharpe of any sort of misconduct here. And
boom. So he's not accused in any form or fashion. There it is. Shout out Shannon Sharpe, man. Shannon Sharpe, shout out you. Shannon Sharpe isn't accused of anything. His name is only in it because she is saying Skip Bayless was mad about the accusation from Dixon, which is a nigga who makes the shows, who was over the show with Shannon Sharpe and Skip Bayless. He accused her of sleeping with Shannon Sharpe and told Skip Bayless and Skip Bayless fucking lost it. And that is the audio she has recorded. Those are the text messages she have to prove that he lost it. And the show was canceled. She lost her job. Show was canceled. She lost her job. That is probably the triggering moment for this lawsuit. That's probably when she was like, okay, I'm taking this to court. I'm lawyering up. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. I'm done. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. God damn it. Skip. Skip. This shit, Skip. I'm sold, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm pretty good when I get a gut feeling about something. I'm pretty good about Skip. I'm sold. You are fucking out of pocket, dog.
Sharp and Bayless,
But
by the
I'm
way.
not saying you're guilty, but I'm just saying you're bro. God damn.
No love lost there. They have clashed multiple times on air, and Sharp eventually left the show in 2023. Now, the lawsuit also lays out multiple allegations of workplace harassment and discrimination related to Faraji's Persian heritage, her accent, her humming. According to Faraji, she hums as a coping mechanism for PTSD, and she's been doing that since she was a child, something that everyone at Fox knew. But she had been humming for all the years she worked at Fox, but says toward the end of her time there, there were suddenly complaints about it. When Undisputed was canceled in August and Bayless left, Faraji was taken off the schedule. When she questioned her supervisors about it, they...
So, hey, Skip Bayless gone. Hey, wait. Oh, yeah, we don't got no more work for you. We're going to take you off the schedule. Remember, Dixon is in charge of the budgets, of the content, of the shows. Wait, I've been here 10 years. What the fuck? Why are you taking me off the schedule all of a sudden? Skip Bayless is gone now. All of a sudden, I'm off the schedule. Y'all ain't got nothing for me? I've been here 10 years. Y'all been having shit for me for 10 years. Damn.
They couldn't really give her any answer as to why. That's at least what she says. And several days later, Fox told her that they could only afford one hairdresser to work on all three shows, a new morning show, Speak, and Undisputed. And Faraji's attorneys say in the complaint, Fox systematically...
Damn. And here's the crazier part. Speak is with Joy Taylor. They can only afford one hairdresser. But Joy Taylor, all up until this time, only made sure the only person to touch her hair was her. Up until he left. Damn. Whoa, wrong button. Whoa. Damn. All right. See how this is all lining up? This is crazy. So all of a sudden she's saying, hey, Skip gone. We had just gotten to it. Now the show is canceled over Shannon Sharp. Now the Shannon Sharp and Skip show is canceled for some reason. That's gone. Now there's this show with Joy Taylor that's still there. There's 3 other shows there, but hey, we only got budget for one hairdresser. But wait, Joy Taylor been wanting me for every show. She said, no matter what show I do, she wants me, and that's how it's been working. Every show she moved to, she take me with her. Now all of a sudden, after Skip said, I would hate for you to lose your job, she loses her job. There's no more work for you over here. You're pulled off the schedule. Joy Taylor is still here. Her show is going. Damn. It's crazy, man.
Reduced her work schedule and ultimately terminated her employment by removing her from the schedule entirely, using fabricated business necessities as a pretext. At this point, Ms. Faraji seeks justice. She knows that Mr. Dixon used his position of power to coerce women into having sex with him and used it as a justification to grope Ms. Faraji.
Whoa.
She knows that Mr. Dixon did not immediately fire her after Ms. Taylor and Ms. Faraji had a falling out, only to appease Mr.
Oh, so they had a fallout. They had a fallout. Because up until this point, she's the only person I use for my, Miss Taylor's whole thing was she's the only person I use for my hair. And every show I go to, I want her to go with me. Aha. This is interesting.
Mr. Bayless by providing him with a plaything. Despite Ms. Faraji being an excellent hairdresser and continuously being requested by talent, she was shrunken down to how much she could appease Mr. Bayless, and once Mr. Bayless was gone, so was her job. Now, as I mentioned earlier, Faraji is filing both her own individual complaint and she is wanting to bring a class action lawsuit against Fox on behalf of, quote, all non-exempt hourly individuals who worked for Fox in California during the period commencing 4 years prior to filing of this complaint. Now, a few things I'll just mention about a class action. So this is a call to action about other people coming forward instead of them all filing individual lawsuits against Fox. If you have a bunch of plaintiffs who are basically alleging the same thing, the same kind of issues, you can combine that into one giant lawsuit,
So here we go. Now, this is all coming together from when we started Punsolved Mysteries, what we was talking about. So remember, I told you guys, I said, based on her dialogue in these papers, she's saying they went to the office, we went to the office. There's more people involved, and there will be more players that come forward. This is how this shit always works, bro. When it's these big corporate offices with sexual harassment, one lady kicks it off, and then the rest start. They get influenced, empowered. They get courage to come forward too. Because you gotta understand, these are powerful people you are going at. So the threats that you probably receive from these powerful people are probably crazy. And they scare you, and nigga, hell no, I wouldn't go against this dude. He told me he's gonna make sure that I never work again ever in life. My family, that he's gonna do this. Like, who knows the type of threats these people have? You know what I'm saying? But what's gonna happen here? And that's why I said in the beginning, I feel like it's gonna be more people that come together. So now it's gonna go from just her filing being a lawsuit to a class action lawsuit. So now they're gonna combine everybody's cases into one for a big fucking payout. And if everybody else has text messages, audio, all that shit, is going to make it a bigger case, a more powerful case. This shit could change. Again, I said this in the beginning of this episode. This shit is going to change sports journalism in a big way with women being involved. And, this shit is going to rock this shit. This shit is gonna rock this shit. And, you know, basically, nigga, they saying Fox been like this. Like, they been like, nigga, covering up this shit. Been not like, if they could prove all this shit and it's multiple people, the question is now, how many people will come forward? How many people will come forward? Because, I mean, you know, it's like anytime you see it with Bill Cosby, with Diddy, with whoever, with Weinstein, like, once one person comes forward, here comes two, here comes three, here comes 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now you got 60 people. Now you're like, damn, 100 people, damn, 200 people, damn. Like, mind you, this is over a matter of 10 years, and it's going to be people who come from before, like, hey, I was there, nigga, before that, and they've been doing this, and I got the evidence. Now we got 120 people. Now, you know what I mean? So I definitely believe this is going to get bigger. I definitely believe this is only the beginning. I'm going to wrap this up right now. My take on all this right now is it's only going to get bigger. It's only going to get worse. Based off what we found today, that she actually has audio. She actually has text messages. She have all this on Skip Bayless. And it's all over the Shannon Sharp shit. That was the triggering moment that set it off. When they pulled her job, now they have no work for you. And before Skip left, he basically threatened her job. Like, hey, I'm going to make sure you don't work again. Or I'm going to make sure you don't have a job. Basically. So I feel like this is going to be a crazy one, man. And it's going to unravel and unfold in the public eye. And there's going to be more to come. You know, if this is only the beginning of it, and she has all these receipts, bro. She has all these dates. She has all this information. She has texts to go with it. She has audio. She remembers all kind of shit. Like, if she has, listen, obviously she keeps track of all the shit. So she's a very detailed motherfucker. This lady is very detailed. She keeps track of everything. So, you know, who knows what else she got? But I'm sure she has all kind of other shit. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see, man. Skip Bayless, it's not looking good in my opinion, bro. It's looking crazy, but hey, I'm not here to be, you know, court, no jury, no judge. I'm just here to learn the information so that when I speak on this shit, it's more detailed, so that we can put on a better show amongst the FMW community. So yeah, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Let me know in the comment section what y'all think, man. Let me know what y'all think is gonna happen. What y'all think is going to happen with Skip Bayless. We didn't really fully dig into Joy Taylor because that was, we'll get into Joy Taylor. We'll do another one, and we'll go dig more into the Joy Taylor side of things. But Skip Bayless, I feel like this is all we needed to see right now. This caught me up to speed. Hopefully it caught y'all up to speed. I'll do another one where we look at the Joy Taylor side of things. All right? So, man, appreciate y'all. As always, Ace Pick. I'm about this motherfucker, man. Love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Smash the like, leave a comment, all that good shit. Till next time, I'm gone. Yeah. Hey, shout out to you for tuning in. Now be sure to smash the like and download Underdog Fantasy. All you have to do is pick higher or lower on players and you can win big. If you want to make some extra cash and have more fun while you watch sports, download Underdog and get up to 1,000 times bonus cash. Just use my code, ACEBOYS.